Welcome back to US Stock Express. Let's get you up to speed on the market action for today, December 23rd, 2025. So, what's on the docket today? We're asking some big questions. Is quantum computing quietly becoming the market's next trillion-dollar race? And are companies like NVIDIA and Broadcom already laying the groundwork? Meanwhile, how did Amazon and Google shatter records in a single session? Is their AI dominance that unshakable? And in a curious twist, why are household names like Pepsi and Nike stumbling while the broader market charges ahead? Let's dive in and find out. First, let's set the stage with the major indices. The S&P 500 led the charge with a solid gain of 0.42%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 did even better, climbing 0.5%. But it wasn't all green across the board. The small-cap-focused Russell 2000 bucked the trend, dipping 0.63%. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average, it barely moved, inching up just 0.11%, perhaps taking a breather. Now here's a story that's all about the absence of a story. Earlier today, a major news aggregation service experienced what we can only call a spectacular data drought. The top story was, quite literally, that there was no top story. It left financial markets and viewers in a state of unusual and frankly eerie silence. A rare moment of quiet in our always-on news cycle. Shifting from that quiet to a company making loud strategic moves, let's talk about NVIDIA. While they're at the heart of the current AI boom, they're already looking beyond it. The chip giant is positioning itself to be the essential picks and shovels provider for the next potential tech revolution, quantum computing. This is a smart play to secure future growth, diversifying away from their massive but concentrated data center business. And speaking of picks and shovels for quantum, we have to mention Broadcom. Unlike speculative pure-play quantum startups, Broadcom is a critical quantum enabler right now. They supply the essential semiconductors and infrastructure needed to actually build these complex systems today. That gives them a near-term revenue-generating path to capitalize on the trend, with some analysts projecting over 40% earnings growth for the company next year. Now let's switch gears from high-tech to something more familiar: snacks and soda. PepsiCo is in the headlines, but for a less bubbly reason. Their stock fell over 2% in a session where the broader market was rising, lagging behind its peers. All eyes are now on the company's upcoming earnings report. Investors want to see if this was just a one-day fizzle or a sign of something more concerning. Staying in the consumer space, Nike is also facing some pressure. Despite recently beating earnings estimates, the stock got a significant vote of no confidence from a major investor. Pershing Square Capital Management, Bill Ackman's hedge fund, has exited its entire position in Nike, reportedly taking a loss of about 30%. The fund cited worries over Nike's slow turnaround, margin pressures from new tariffs, and intense competition. Let's turn to a clearer winner now. Amazon is making headlines after cruising to a fresh all-time high. The stock's rise of 1.6% is powered by its twin engines, cloud and advertising. AWS is riding a massive AI wave with a staggering $200 billion backlog, while its ad business is becoming a surprisingly profitable star. With huge investments planned for data centers and AI chips, Amazon is betting big that this rally is just getting started. Not to be outdone, Google's parent company Alphabet is also a top performer. Their stock surged in 2025, and the momentum continues. The drive is coming from its Gemini AI, gaining meaningful market share, and its self-driving unit, Waymo, showing impressive resilience. Waymo recently demonstrated its adaptability by quickly recovering its fleet after a major power outage in San Francisco. This blend of AI software and real-world tech execution has analysts feeling very bullish. Now for a sharp reversal. Moderna's stock is in the headlines after taking a significant 7.8% dive today. This snaps a 4-day winning streak and lands it near the bottom of the Nasdaq. After a stellar month-long rally, it looks like investors decided to do some post-holiday profit-taking. It's a reminder that even biotech high flyers can get a case of the post-celebration blues. And finally, we're seeing a similar story of profit-taking in the solar sector. First Solar is down sharply today, falling 5.4%. What's interesting is this pullback comes right after the stock hit a 52-week high, fueled by bullish analyst upgrades. The decline suggests some investors are locking in gains after a stellar run, introducing a note of volatility to this solar leader's chart. That wraps up today's market update on US Stock Express. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.